Here are my top 10 favorite movies of all time, keeping in mind favorite, not necessarily the best. At number 10, we have Godzilla Minus One. This is the newest movie on this list, and it has just about everything that I want in a movie. I love Godzilla, and the human story is surprisingly also incredibly well done. I'm really looking forward to seeing what they do with the sequel. At number 9 is Terminator 2, Judgment Day. This has classic Arnold, Robert Patrick as a nearly unstoppable killing machine, and a great bond between man and machine with John Connor's story. At number 8 is The Matrix. Similar to T2, this movie is one of the very best at combining action and sci-fi. Keanu Reeves, Lawrence Fishburne, and Hugo Weaving truly shine in Neo's story of becoming the One. At number 7 is Heavyweights. This one may surprise you, but Heavyweights is likely my favorite comedy of all time. It's a story of kids at fat camp, where you get early on Ben Stiller and classic one-liners from cast members that you probably more so recognize from things like The Mighty Ducks. Some people even like to view this movie as a predecessor to Dodgeball due to Ben Stiller playing a similar role there. At number 6, we have The Faculty. This may be another shock for some people, but the sci-fi and horror plot here that gets heavily inspired by things like Invasion of the Body Snatchers is exceptionally well done. On top of that, it has some great cameos and is led by two actors that I adore in Elijah Wood and Josh Hartnett. For number 5, I have The Princess Bride. This movie is classic fantasy. You have great character growth, a charming story, and even some hilariously comedic moments. At number 4 is Good Will Hunting. This is an iconic story just about life, as we experience Matt Damon's character deal with things like grief and living up to one's potential. I would call it a coming of age story, but with a cast of 20-something year olds. At number 3 is The Shawshank Redemption. This one has quite a few moments of trauma and sadness, as it mostly takes place in a prison, but it also has an uplifting story of continuing to live your life despite being faced with the bleakest of circumstances. At number 2 is Remember the Titans. Talk about an uplifting movie. Even if you aren't a football fan, this movie will draw you in with its message of coming together as a team despite external pressure. I'm also a huge Denzel fan, and he absolutely crushes it as the head coach. And now finally, at number 1, we have the Lord of the Rings trilogy. I realize this is technically 3 movies, but I didn't want my top 3 movies just to be all from one franchise, so I'm combining them here for this top spot. If I had to rank them individually, I'd go 1, 3, 2, but similar to The Princess Bride, all 3 are peak fantasy and have world building that I'm not sure will ever be beat. So that's my list. What are your thoughts on these 10 movies, and what does your own top 10 movie list look like? Let me know down in the comments below. Thanks.